Okay, you guys, welcome to it's almost the end of the month. This month is gone so quickly. Hey, we want to remind you, like, share, support the show, leave a super chat, become a member of the Innervision FM family, and you'll get exclusives like maybe a chance to win some t-shirts, some coffee mugs, and things of that sort. Uh, so do that. So. And also, well, there was something. Oh, if you want to suggest a show, Johnny at innervisionrecords.org, Johnny at innervisionrecords.org. And if you want to be uh, like part of the studio audience, uh, do it at least 2 hours before the show comes on. If you're seeing it now or you see when it goes live, do it like 2 hours because believe me, if you do it like in 30 minutes, I'm going to miss it because I'm so busy doing so many other things. It's not going to happen, right? So hey Joe, how you said it's getting kind of dusty with all
Oh,
the
just the ash, it just builds up. The volcano's still going on. At night, you can see the the red embers and
wow, and so
molten rock running down the side of the mountain.
that's
Uh,
wow, and that must be something else, man. This and does it, and, but it doesn't shake the ground like an earthquake, right?
Oh, sometimes.
Oh man, I remember when I was.
Sometimes we have some fairly good earthquakes.
uh, I remember when I was in my first earthquake in California. And it was so funny. I was downtown and we were waiting for our next bus. And so it started shaking, right? And people started stepping away from the building. But I'm thinking, like, even if those buildings came down, it doesn't matter how far you step away.
Yeah.
It's
When I
gonna,
was in Alaska, it was like that. I mean, we had a basement apartment and you know uh, uh, cinder block walls. I mean, it looked
mm,
like they were rubber.
wow.
That was freaky. My wife just she freaked out bad. And then the lady we were playing cards at our place, and the people that lived above us, they both got big eyes, and they ran back upstairs and my
Mm.
wife goes, "We're leaving."
Yeah. Now it was so funny. It was this one guy. It was on the 10th floor. He was on news, right? So he climbs underneath the table and still had a, you know how they used to do that, like duck and cover.
Yeah.
I don't know how getting underneath the table and you're 10 stories up, how that's
Well,
going to
it
work.
would help for not getting hit with small stuff. And if a building falls down, yeah, it's not really going to do much for you.
Oh man. But it was like a live broadcast. And so they got this videotape of this guy, jumping underneath the table. He said, "Hey, I'm out of here." And it's like, but man, oh, and then in Hollywood, after the earthquake, I don't know if the guy who was sitting at the front desk, and I was there to see a friend of mine, and it's on the I think it was on the third floor. So I got in the elevator. He could have said, it's better not to get in the elevator because the elevators, because of the earthquakes. So it goes halfway up and it gets stuck between floors.
Yeah.
Now I know that this guy probably knew that. He's probably watched people do this over and over again. But I mean, I guess maybe, cheap entertainment. So I had to come. They
Hey,
come
let's
down,
mess with the blind guy in an earthquake.
come out the elevator, and then climb up the 3 flights of stairs, which was, I'm 21 years old, so it wasn't no problem. But it's like, you could have told me, man, because getting stuck in the elevator, it's one of those ones that you have to pull the gate closed.
Yep. Yeah.
That's
Like a cargo elevator.
yeah. Oh man. But yeah, that was Hollywood, California. Hollywood, people do hear about Hollywood and how fancy it is, but not really. You go 2 blocks in and it's like not really. Uh, but I guess it has that. But then if you go up into the Hollywood Hills where the richer people live, I guess that's kind of nice. but so anyway, everybody, hey, we have a fantastic show. We're going to be covering a little. Now I got two when we talked about Van Halen and this competition between like these bands, and then let's see, Billie Eilish. We're going to be talking about her and the big mistake that she made with her. Her and her brother made a big mistake, and then some some this days in yeah some this days in history. So let me do a little bit of this day in history, and then we're gonna hit. I wonder if we hit Billie Eilish first or Sammy Hagar and Van Halen next. But anyway, so in the month of February, and I hope I got this right. 1967, the Beatles began the session for the Sergeant Pepper Lonely Hearts Club Band. Yeah, which was
Then
that was a pretty cool album.
yeah,
Yeah, and then 1988, Michael Jackson's "Man in the Mirror." I was thinking about that song and references it to someone. Oh, and Steinfeld. Now I don't know. I watched some of his episodes, but on Steinfeld, Kramer he adopted a highway, the pothole. There was an episode called the pothole, so I'm about to look that one up. How do you?
I enjoyed Seinfeld. Kramer made the show. Him and the Soup Nazi.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to check that because I think I got this thing called Tube TV or something like that, and they got all these older shows on it. So,
Seinfeld is on Netflix now too.
oh man, I had to borrow my daughter's subscription because I refuse to pay for them anymore. It's like, because I think they're up to $14 a
I'm
month.
only paying oh, it's like maybe $3.
Oh shoot, you got a deal.
Well, it just
'Cause-
comes with my subscription on my internet.
oh, oh, maybe I have something like that with my because with Xfinity. And speaking of Xfinity, for a long time, like a lot of you, like I guess my age, we have our landline phones, and I've decided to get rid of the landline and just have one phone. And the other phone was supposed to be my business line, but the only calls I get there are people trying to give me money for big interest rates. So I said,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like if I was getting any really good business calls, I would probably keep it, but it's like, yeah. So,
When we first got high-speed internet here, it came with a landline, or not actually a landline, but IP
mm.
phone and number and stuff. What the only thing that ever got used for was them trying to sell me other plans. That was it. I couldn't make
Yeah,
any calls on it because you have to pay for a subscription for that. It's like, why do I have this?
shoot, that's
That-
ridiculous. Oh man, no. Oh, and then 1895, Frederick Douglass passed away of a heart attack. He was 77. But I remember he hung out with Abraham Lincoln quite a bit. And if you ever get a chance to read this book, there was this one thing. On Christmas, the slave masters they would let the slave party and party hard, right? And they would let them go to do this for like a week, and then after that week, they had all these hangovers, and then these guys would say, "Oh, thank you, master, for showing us how bad freedom would be." I said, "Okay, that's interesting." So, and then let's see. Oh, and then Johnson. It's kind of weird. There was two Johnsons. There was Johnson in the Kennedy's days and Johnson in the Abraham Lincoln days.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe that was a popular name, whatever. And so the Johnson president, well, Vice President Johnson, never liked the fact that Kennedy would let uh, uh, black guys like Frederick Douglass into the front door. He says we should let those guys on the back door, and so he had a real problem. So when
He,
after
he was a
Lincoln got,
piece of work.
yeah, after he got assassinated, and then he went back to his, to the way he wanted it to be and stuff like that. So it's a very interesting book. So if you ever get a chance, I guess there's several ones that wrote the book, but um, the one I read it gave me a interesting view of Frederick Douglass. And then February 21st, calendar February 21st, 1965. Malcolm X is assassinated in the ballroom. I saw that movie. 1981. Oh, Dolly Parton, the movie 9 to 5. That was that was 1981.
Yeah.
That hits number one, and then got her into the crossover to pop music. And then let's see, 1989, Bon Jovi. It continued their massive world journey. Journey.
Massive New Jersey World Tour. What does that mean?
Hmm. They were
Toured the
from New
world in New
Jersey.
Jersey?
Yeah. Oh man. And Chaggy, it wasn't me. I like this one because my friend he had this experience. It was before Shaggy came out, and he had just broke up with his girlfriend Stephanie, and she had a hard time with the fact that he wanted to date other women. So he invited this girl over. He had fixed her dinner and stuff like that, and she's sitting there on the couch, they're talking, and his girlfriend went all the way from Long Beach because she knew that he was having a date that night, and since she had a key to the door, comes in and goes straight to his bedroom. And the girl says, she says, "Who's that?" And he says, "Who's what?" Oh, so he says, well, he says, "Hey, that's a friend of mine, and sometimes she comes over and she probably has a problem." And he had to tell the other girl, well, it was a nice day, see you later. But I said, wow, that is it said never give an old girlfriend the key. Or if you're gonna leave her, take the key.
Or move?
Or- it was a nice house. I was his
No
roommate.
forwarding address.
Well, yeah, it was a nice place, but I couldn't believe that because we lived in Linwood and she was in Long Beach, and she got on the bus and took the bus all the way up to Linwood, which is probably like 45 minutes. Because I guess she wanted to go out with him that night, and he said, "Hey, I'm kind of busy." So she put two to two together, and oh well. Yeah, but in my opinion, I thought she was the best one, but he he didn't think so. So hey, what can I say? Ah, ah. And then February 23rd,
Barbara
1974, Barbara.
Streisand.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. She scored big with the We Were, but it was a tie um between the Way We Were and this other song. What do I see? Oh, then see, I hate it when they took out the other song that was the winner in 1978. Um, and I think I went to see that movie A Star Is Born about 8 times and it was in the theater.
Yeah, we went and seen it too. Stars Born. Uh,
Yeah.
I've
I thought
since
Chris
changed my mind with Barbara Streisand, but
I like Christopherson the way he played that part. It was that one part when the reporter she thought that she had to sleep with him to get the report, and then she's in the bed with him and she has the microphone says, "Well, are you going to give me the review?" Because she wanted the review with. Oh man, that was uh that was a scene, man. And she was saying far out. I don't know, just little parts of that movie that his humor really fit well with that movie. Um, but anyway, so Now, I'm going to cover this one first. The Billie Eilish thing. Okay. Well, she's young, I guess. She's a young person, so yeah. And you think I want the awards just to go back to being, hey, thank God, thank my manager, thank this person. But this profiling and stand and all this kind of stuff. Anyway, I guess well, the first fallout was when she said that this land is stolen land, and the Native Americans who were a part of that land came knocking at her gated community and said, "Well, since it's our land, you know, give it back, right?"
Yeah.
Then I guess Nike, this very expensive car, and let's see, let me go back, and several other sponsors started seeing like the backlash of her words. And then her brother stepped out. He has this very weird name. Came out and then he said, "Well, it's because of those old white men and MAGA and these brands, they sell stuff to everybody. They don't care what your politics are. If you got money to buy stuff, they just want you to buy this stuff."
Yeah.
And I guess Billie Eilish, I guess living in this surrounding of wealth has numbed her mind. But well, maybe 20 million is just a drop in a bucket for her and her brother. But oh, okay, night Lexus and Corona, which I guess Corona is a drink.
The beer, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so I guess it'll blow over again, over until she opens her mouth again, and her brother, oh well. But I don't. I think it's a lot of hype over them. It's too big anyway. But anyway, Sammy Hagar and David Lee Roth. And I didn't realize that David Lee Roth, I got to go back and check out some of those. They put out 7 albums
Yeah.
because I mean I guess I just remember the ones that was mostly that they played on the radio, and you get busy with life and stuff like that, and you miss some stuff. But yeah, it showed that with David Lee Roth, he sold more albums. Well, they sold more albums when he was in the band. Uh, and then Sammy Hagar, even though he did 4 albums, I guess it made them more commercial with his style. Um,
Yeah. David Lee Roth was so dynamic with what he did. I mean, even there's a video out a while back he was on stage at a outdoor concert or whatever, and he broke his arm.
he
Didn't let it
broke.
bother him. He kept it going.
Wow, that that is really wow.
Yeah.
And then I heard that they would open up for different bands like Journey, um, and I forget, I just remember Journey, and they only gave them like a 30-minute slot, and they would still blow them away.
Yeah.
Where
But that's like Grand Funk Railroad. They outdid Led Zeppelin in their day
oh yeah,
because they were crowd pleasers.
okay,
I mean, people go to see Led Zeppelin and Grand Funk opens for them, and they wouldn't let Grand Funk leave the stage. They wanted more.
yeah. And then they said some of the bands started the sabotage, and I saw this at one concert where this guy was uh, Frankie Beverly. He was on stage, and all of a sudden, all the sound went off, and somebody behind the stage cut the wires.
Huh.
So I'm thinking, like, they probably did some stuff like that, like, and just, I guess the rivalry and jealousy between bands and stuff like that. But it's like it would like to me, it would just say like just do better. And I remember like Nick Jagger was going to go after James Brown, and they said that Nick Jagger did even more of a show than his regular show because Nick Jagger can do the splits and all that kind of stuff
Yeah.
back in the day and stuff like that. So because he when he saw James Brown doing this stuff and he said, well, and Dave Martin said, okay, beat that. I think that was in one of the movies, and then Nick Jagger had to come out there and beat that. So that's the way you should do it. But you're on the road, and I guess things happen. But there must be a lot of like these stories about bands on the road and the stuff that they do. So that's crazy.
We were
So
talking
so
before about Ted Nugent and some of
oh,
his
the
onstage
comparison.
antics. Yeah. Yeah. Ted
Yeah,
Nugent, yeah, like coming off on a rope in a loincloth.
I heard about that.
Yeah, that concert, I seen him down in Jacksonville for that concert, and Scorpions and
Mm,
Heart opened for him.
wow,
Yeah, it was
what a
a
lineup.
really good concert.
Gee, I think I saw it was one I was in California, and that's the one I saw like it was YouTube, Stevie Nicks, David Bowie, and I don't know the bands that were before him, but it was at the days when YouTube the lead guy he would climb on the scaffolds,
Bono,
right?
yeah.
And then Stevie Nicks big thing was she asked the audience, "Do you want me to sit on you?" And of course the guy said, "Yeah, yeah." Sit. It's like he would have been ripped apart, but
Yeah.
but she was a flirtatious person. Um, but I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, Stevie Nicks was pretty good. I'm kind of think who's kind of boring. Linda Ronstadt, boring. I mean, she has those few good hits, and then, but when you see her in person, it's like, no, the energy is just not there.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
Pat Benatar had good energy.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
she was an opera star before rock and roll.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember seeing her in concert, man. Because I couldn't see I would have my binoculars. I'd be sitting up in the balcony, and I would have my binoculars, and so I could see just her persona on stage and stuff like that. And yeah, very good, man. That was yeah. And I haven't seen her now that her and her husband are doing jazz now, but she
Yeah.
has been in Denver, but I just haven't had the chance to go see her yet and stuff like that. But yeah. So anyway, so leave in the comments like Sammy Hagar, David Lee Ross, which one would you have picked for like like uh like the top band in your world? And we'll
DLR.
we'll uh, which one?
DLR. David Lee Roth.
Oh, yeah. Oh man. So anyway, leave that in the comment thing. And I don't know where Alan went because he's having high wind problems where he's living. So sometimes the power is going out, which we may have to get used to that power going out because we're trying to become like California. It's like, and in New
Or get
York,
off grid.
yeah, yeah, live off the grid. Yeah. All right, man. Hey Joe, thanks for joining us and